On into the Rays, though. They didn't do much, though. Let's talk about people who left. Ryan Yarbrough, J.P. Verizon, Corey Kluber, Angel Perdomo, and Ralph Garcia. Position players Mike Zunino, David Peralta, and Kevin Kiermaier. No trades, free agency, and re-signing Zach Eflin, Yandy Diaz, Peter Fairbanks, and they gave Jeffrey Springs a 4-year contract. AAA manager Brady Williams is being promoted to the new third base coach and elevated minor league catching coordinator Thomas Francisco to be their new major league field coordinator. He is viewed as a major league manager in the future. No minor league signings. And Jimmy, Rays are doing what Rays do. Not much, but always enough. What grade are you going to give these Rays?
This is the hardest team to grade in offseason. There's no one more difficult. You have a $77 million payroll. You give Zach Eflin $40 million over 3 years. It seems like a lot of money for your fifth starter, but you just have to trust the Rays staff. I mean, year in and year out, they deliver. The over-under is at 89.5 wins. Can you imagine having that expectation on a team with a $77 million payroll?
That's wild.
It's just unbelievable. It's fascinating. This is roughly the same payroll as the Pirates. It's only more than the Orioles and the A's. If you look at this starting five, McClanahan, Glasnow, Jeffrey Springs, Drew Rasmussen, and Zach Eflin, I mean, that is so dangerous.
Yep.
How do you grade? I don't know how you grade when you don't have the ability to go out and sign, and then you sign Eflin for $40 million over 3 seasons. It just I feel like it's almost ignorant for me to give them a grade because they just play with a different set of circumstances than everybody else in the league. Now, their lineup strikes no fear in opponents. Wander Franco turns 22 on March 1st. He needs to be a superstar. You have Brandon Lau, who they need a bounce-back season from him desperately. 2021, he hits 247 with 39 homers, 99 RBIs, 535 at-bats. He was held to 235 at-bats last year due to injury, 8 homers and 25 RBIs. Randy Arozarena continues to deliver back-to-back 20-homer seasons. He's 27 now, and he's got to be a superstar. He's a hell of a ball player. I don't really know. This is the one team where I don't know how to grade them because of their circumstances. So I guess, I don't know. I guess you give them a C plus. This was the toughest question that you gave me. How do you grade the Tampa Bay Rays?
I get you. Ian, what's your grade on the Rays?
You think with the moves they've made, I mean, Eflin was the big one, but it's not like and it does give them a lot of depth. And from a rotation standpoint, 1 through 5, as good as it gets, I think, in the American League. I mean, they've got, especially if Glasnow is healthy and looks right, and he certainly did down the stretch last year, McClanahan, that is all of a sudden a really good 5. They got Springs, Rasmussen, Eflin in a 5. I don't like Eflin in a 2 or 3 spot in my rotation, but in a 5 spot, sure, absolutely. And pitching in that Tropicana ballpark, yeah. The offense is the concern for me. You're right. Wander Franco's good. Arozarena's got to strike out less. Brandon Lau has to improve. I mean, that's unbelievable how it dropped off for him. What was he, a 221 hitter last year? 8 home runs, that's it. 25 RBIs. Oh, my gosh. He's better than that, and I think he will be better this year, in my opinion. I think he's got that possibility of being that. You've got some flamethrowers out of the bullpen as usual. Bringing back Pete Fairbanks was important. They're probably, I think, going to move Jalen Beeks to the bullpen, and that's another plus arm. I mean, that bullpen, I don't worry about them. They're going to find arms to get the job done. That's Tampa Bay. That's just what they always do. They always have good starting pitch. They're going to be a good under team as far as their game totals. They're going to be in a lot of unders this year. First 5 unders, full game unders because of that pitching staff and question marks about the offense. But to me, I give them a solid B, honestly, because it's just like they don't have to do a whole lot to make big moves and spend big money. And all they do is come back the next year, and there they are, competitive again in the playoffs. That's what we see from the Tampa Bay Rays. So I'm giving them a solid B. They're that one team where they do jack shit in the offseason. You say, hey, Stale, good job, Rays.
Yeah, I CBS Sports gave them a D as in David. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, do you not understand who Zach Eflin is and what the Rays do to pitching? And if they think they see something in Zach Eflin, oh Lord, watch. There's gonna be a new Zach Eflin, guys. He's gonna be a solid number 3, maybe even he won't be a 2 on this team. Glasnow and McClanahan are those dudes, but I do expect him to be that guy, especially at Tropicana Fields, guys. They don't go get pitchers. If they're spending money on a fucking pitcher, watch out now, boys. Watch out. So I'm all over it. You traded in Eflin for Kluber and you wanted to give him a D? Go fuck yourself.